Greetings, everybody. It is my decision to one day be a well-known, a renowned author, and I already consider myself as a poet, a self-made poet who uses the experiences in my life and the experiences in the world to influence my writing. And the individuals who are seeing my videos are my first audience. And so when I become that renowned person, you will say you heard it here first. I was in a long distance relationship for 5 years, believe it or not. 5 years I was away from my partner, and it was a long journey. It was not very easy, but that tells me that nothing is impossible, because I'm not sure if any of you are in a long-term or long-distance relationship, but it is not an easy one. A lot of people cannot make it. It takes a lot of hard work. But I think the distance and the time between my getting together with my partner allowed me to get to know him better and allowed him to get to know me better. It's very difficult to hide your flaws when you're forced to communicate. Anyway, for those girls and men, or ladies and gentlemen who are in long distance relationships, it can work. It takes a lot of effort. Like any relationship, the one where you're married and you live in the same household, you'll never truly know each other. You just have to work it out and try to understand each other, try to have better communication. But love is not enough, because there are many people who claim that they love each other and they're no longer together. Wrote this for my darling. Very cheeky, but it kind of talks about some of the things that I went through being in that long distance relationship. Sejka. I met a man from Jamaica who goes by the name Sejka. He's tall like a bamboo tree and sweet like a papaya. His words were so smooth, made me wonder if he could soothe it. So I decided to test him to determine if he qualified for a work permit. The man was a stallion, so I asked for his particulars in a resubmit. I had to do some interview, determined to take him to Mount View. But he had the same idea and took me to places I never knew. Long before we were stuck like glue, calling each other baby. Phew. The candy was long and sticky, but the wine made up for the pain I got used to. When it was time to say goodbye, I held his hand and sobbed, and he cried too. We learned that the road would be filled with stress, but proceeded nonetheless. Our love grew when Digicel encouraged us to talk dirty telephone sex. We filled out the forms and paid our fee. He was starring in my XXX movie, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock rock, available anytime I knocked his back. Immigration officer, please issue the visa. Stop being a body blocker. Our status changed from in process to decision made, and our dreams became a present reality. He arrived in the land of opportunity, no longer had to worry about scarcity. We locked the doors tight, undressed for the adventures of the night, got down to the nitty-gritty, man on top, throwing it back until Revenue Canada started taking its tax. Officials demanded the world income, declared this was only a rule of thumb, feeding the greed of vigilante committees, keeping us from having a tidy sum. Papa had to get work, so off to work like a young Turk, working in the factory as a shipping clerk, moving to the sound of the bongo drum, tired and worn from a hard day at work. He sapped his head with bay rum, had no strength to squeeze the beach plum. It was weekend, but no money for the movie. Forget about getting groovy, he is way too moody. We are together in the same house, but it's so silent you could hear a mouse. No time for quickies. The bills had Big Willie trapped beneath the debtor's house. His eyes are sad. My heart no longer feels glad. Can't remember a time I felt this bad. I'm so mad that he has become sleepy shad. He doesn't seem to notice that I'm scantily clad, waiting for him on my lily pad. Here comes Flipper Shad. So the next time you feel like love is for free, just go to Jamaica to climb a big tree, look over the mountain and holler his name. Wait for the one who comes with the best repartee. An African honeybee you will certainly see, but Canada will convert him into a mechanical worker bee. And if by chance you have found a love that is determined to be, take out your boxing glove and shout whoopee. For though the wait is over, another journey has begun. Love will unfold to reveal the wail of the banshee. I think black men are the most beautiful creatures on the face of the earth. Beautiful in all their splendor. There's no other man for me than a black man. And I know that, they have their flaws and they have so many things to work out. But they are beautiful creatures. And black women love them. Every woman loves them. But I know that black women are very loyal to their black men. And I hope one day our men will start seeing us as the queens that we are. I hope that they will start to see that despite our differences and despite the way we miscommunicate, we are better for each other. Be blessed, everybody. Think on these things.